Righto. Righto, we've got Big Black Betty out here this morning. We're getting ready for All Bike Day this weekend. So if you're not busy, August 30th, I believe it is, Saturday, tomorrow when this video comes out. Come out and have a gander. We're me and the old boy racing. I'm racing in street bike and he's going to be racing in mod bike. So we're splitting ourselves up. Give us twice as much chance to get something done. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go through and prep this old girl. I've got to do an oil change, give it a bit of a clean up, and we've got to scallop out a bit of the swing arm just to get us a little bit more length because this chain's still stretching. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan for today. We're pretty much all sorted. I've got to do a little bit. Got to give the tow ute a wash and do that sort of thing. I've got all the merchandise sorted out and we've got a bit of a plan for that. So should be a pretty good weekend. But yeah, we'll get into getting this old girl prepped. We will. Pretty easy to service these old girls. Oh yep, wrong one. Beautiful. Pretty simple sort of setup. You don't even need to pull the belly pan or anything off, which is awesome. And yeah. This unplugged. There we go. The oil's pretty dirty coming out of it. That's only done two days. And yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, still well and truly due for a change. This doing this sort of stuff with them's pretty hard on them just because of the force that we're putting through the clutch and the pressure we're putting on it. Trying to get it to do what we want it to do. But yeah, so that's why we do it constantly. I usually only do 2 days on an oil change and it's usually ready to go just like you've seen then. So it's not cheap, but neither is blowing one up, and parts pretty hard to get for these things these days, so I don't really particularly feel like building a stroker motor just yet. So oil change as it is. But we'll wait for that to drain and then put the new stuff in her. Get the new oil filter on. Oil filter is in a little bit of a painful spot, but if it was a normal height bike it wouldn't be anywhere near as bad, but because it's so low it's a little bit more tricky. So I'm going to go around the other side and see if I can get my other hand on it. Boom, just like that. So we'll keep letting that drain for a little bit and put the new stuff in. It's always good practice with stuff like this when you're doing an oil change to fill up the new one, just to make sure when you start it, it's not bleeding itself. The high flow one's pretty good. They come with a little bit of lubricant on the O-ring when you pull them out of the packet, which is good. Usually you just smear a bit of old oil on there, but these ones you don't need to, so just helps if you undo the cap. There we go. Fill him up. So these, they've got a bleed. So I'll see if I can get it on the video. So he's blowing them bubbles. That's the oil filter bleeding itself, so the oil is going through the whole filter rather than just sitting in there. So always make sure they bleed when you're doing it. A little bit of a shake around, and I'm not going to drink it, don't worry about that. Just got to let him bleed. And it makes a little bit of a mess when you're going to put it back on, but again, cheaper to clean up some oil with some brake clean than build a motor. So some people don't do this. It's all up to personal preference, but this motor's already got a few Ks on it. I want to make it last as long as I can. So taking every preventative measure that I can in order to preserve the motor, especially with what we're doing to them. It's got to be done. And it does. Got a little bit thicker oil this time just because it's going to be a bit hot. And so we're going and top speed 1550. Just a little bit extra thickness because it's going to be hot, and we're going to be working it pretty hard this weekend. So put a little bit thicker in there, just get a little bit more lubed up and ready to go. But yeah, only ever run Motor X in these things. It's the best quality that we've found, and these things like it. So they run nice and they're quiet and smooth, and yeah. So yeah, that's what we do. We'll chuck this oil filter in, eh? You don't need to do these up overly tight. You see me having a few dramas getting it off to begin with. Just nice and hand tight. And they'll tighten themselves up. So yeah, it's new oil filter back in, barely any mess, which is good. And then always make sure you do your drain plug back up. That's an important one. And again, doesn't need to be overly tight, just a little nip, because you don't want to break that off. It's a bad day. These 14s are pretty good. They've got a pretty open hole to get it in, because they don't really allow room for funnels with the clutch band right there. So this should take about 4 litres, but we've got the sight glass anyway, just to keep an eye on. Usually like to try and overfill it just a little bit, just to make sure that it's got enough in there. These, with the billet oil pump gear that we did, or the billet oil plate that we did, they don't really have starvation issues, but just in case. I don't know how well you can see that, but Beautiful, that's right at the top there. We're right at the bottom of the bottle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it and then double check. Might as well throw the rest of the bottle in it, there's not much left. And remember, that's a pretty true reading. Usually if you don't fill up the filter, you'll need to double check and triple check that it's going through the filter. That's why you usually run it for a little bit and then kill it and see where it lands. So it's had time to go through the oil filter, but because we pre-filled ours, it should be all sweet. That should be a pretty true reading of how much is in it. She's full, which is good. Righto, we don't really have too much to talk about today, but you've seen me going through, giving this thing a service and getting ready for All Bike Day this weekend. So tomorrow is All Bike Day at Willowbank, and we're headed down. We're taking both bikes down. Dad's running in mod bike, I'm running in the true street bike class, splitting ourselves up so that we can hopefully have twice as much chance as getting into the finals and doing something. So yeah, that's our sort of goal. So this thing's ready, serviced, bolt checked, everything's all good to go. Just got to load him up, get all the tools and stuff ready. Dad's bike's ready to go, he's telling me, so he did the same thing. Oil change, bolt check, make sure everything's all good, and he had to pull his clutch out. Well, he didn't have to, but he pulled his clutch out just to go over it and make sure it was all in spec, and it is. So he let them soak for a few days this week and cleaned them up. So that's that. So he's ready to rumble. But yeah, pretty much all we've got to do, load up, and then we're off. We're going to have all the merchandise down there this week. So we've got shirts, stickers, a few hats. We don't have a terrible lot of everything, but we've had a fair few sell since we've put them up. So thank you for that. We appreciate the support and everything. But yeah, we're in the process of doing a new batch now with this design. We're also working on a few other different designs as well. Something that's, I guess, more wearable every day. I mean, I wear these every day, but it's, yeah, we've got a few other different things in the works, and, you know, maybe a couple of more hats, something different. But, yeah, no, I just want to thank you for your support, and, you know, the shirt sales and the hat sales, they're going into helping us do the stuff that we're doing. You know, paid entry fees to All Bike Day and that sort of thing. So I really do appreciate the help that you're giving us. But yeah, so I think qualifying starts at 9:15 tomorrow, and we've got a bit of an early wake up to get down there on time, but that's part of the game. And yeah, so qualifying starts at 9:15. I believe racing starts at 11 or 11:30, something like that. And they're doing it Chicago shootout style, they call it. So you're guaranteed to get 3 races, and whoever wins the most out of those races goes into the finals. The same sort of thing that they just did at Jamboree in a few of the classes there. It's just a different way of doing it to what we usually do. We usually do the elimination style at the Street Series, which you've seen. But this Chicago shootout gives everyone this like a few more races, I guess. Still dial-in racing, so you're still setting your time and doing all that. But yeah, so a little bit different, and it's going to be a day race, so it'll be a little bit warmer and all that sort of thing. So we'll see how that goes. But this big girl's ready. Dad's big girl's ready. So if you're around tomorrow down near Willowbank or Brisbane or whatever, you got nothing to do, come out and have a watch. It should be a really good day out. There's a lot of bikes entered, and there'll be a lot of cool stuff getting around. So, you know, thanks to Willowbank for putting this on and allowing us to be able to go and do these sort of things. And yeah, if you can make it, we'd love to see you. Come out and check it out. But yeah, the next video you'll see is all bike day. We'll catch us on that one. Thanks for the support, guys. We'll see you next time.